Rico Verhoeven's rise through the brutal hierarchy of world kickboxing feels almost mythical, as if nature itself crafted a fighter with a perfect blend of technique, power, endurance, and unbreakable will. Standing tall among the giants of the sport, he became more than just a champion. He became the embodiment of dominance, carving his name into history with fists that struck like steel and legs that carried the weight of an entire era. His journey through the sport was not simply a string of victories but a saga of battles against warriors, legends, and monsters who all believed they could dethrone the Dutch king, only to be humbled under his relentless precision. In 2015, Verhoeven stepped into the ring against Romanian powerhouse Benjamin Adegbuyi in Amsterdam. Adegbuyi arrived with a reputation as a fierce striker, a man from the homeland of dark folklore, eager to feast on the aura of the reigning giant. The atmosphere was electric as the fight began, and Rico immediately set the tone. He launched calculated attacks, mixing high and low strikes with the precision of a surgeon. Adegbuyi fought back with stubborn resilience, refusing to be intimidated, but Rico's timing and accuracy began to carve away at his defenses. A powerful sequence turned the tide completely, sending the Romanian stumbling and forcing him to taste the harsh reality of Verhoeven's power. With sharp punches that seemed to slice through the air, Rico metaphorically sent the vampire back to his homeland, leaving no doubt who ruled the ring. 2 years earlier, in 2013, Verhoeven confronted one of the most dangerous opponents of his career in the semi-finals of the Glory tournament. Gökhan Saki, the Turkish destroyer. Saki was a devastating striker with legendary knockout power, his punches known as Saki bombs for their explosive impact. Many expected Rico to struggle against such aggression, but when the bell rang, the illusion shattered. Under the bright lights of America, Verhoeven fought with flawless composure, neutralizing Saki's power and systematically breaking him down. Then came a shocking moment of controversy. Saki delivered a blatant low blow, nearly robbing Rico not only of victory but of the chance to continue his career. The referee allowed the fight to continue, and the Turkish fighter tried to capitalize on his unfair advantage, swarming Rico with reckless aggression. But Verhoeven's spirit could not be crushed. After recovering, he unleashed a furious comeback, punishing Saki with ruthless precision. His strikes landed with such force that the crowd erupted, chanting his name as he dismantled the fighter who had tried to steal the moment. In the end, Rico sent Saki metaphorically to the red light district of Amsterdam, finishing him with his iconic flying knee and advancing to the finals, where he secured his first World Heavyweight Championship belt by defeating Daniel Guida. That victory marked the beginning of a new era, but the passing of the torch required one more monumental battle. Veteran legend Peter Aerts, a living icon with over 2 decades at the top, stood across the ring in Japan. The matchup symbolized the clash of generations. Aerts used his vast experience to pressure the young champion, opening the fight with aggressive attacks, but Rico refused to show mercy. He repeatedly chopped Aerts down with devastating low kicks, grinding away at the veteran's foundation. Their battle became a war of attrition, showcasing the brutality and beauty of Dutch kickboxing. When the final bell rang, it was clear that the new king had arrived, as Rico declared that this was now his era. Rico's encounters with legends did not end there. At Glory 17 in Los Angeles, he met Daniel Guida again, a fighter nicknamed the Wild Samurai. Guida promised to finish Verhoeven in the first round, seeking revenge for his earlier defeat. He launched into the fight with blazing intensity, but Rico's fists proved sharper than any blade. By the second round, the Samurai was visibly weakening under the pressure of Verhoeven's relentless combinations. The Dutch champion maintained control, forcing Guida into survival mode before ultimately winning once again by unanimous decision. Brazilian giant Antonio "Bigfoot" Silva was next to step into the ring. Coming straight from the carnival atmosphere of Brazilian crowds, Silva attempted to use his size and grappling instincts to neutralize Rico's striking. But Verhoeven immediately overwhelmed him with powerful kicks, attacking his legs and body with surgical precision. Silva desperately resorted to wrestling tactics, but Rico answered with destructive counters. After chasing Silva around the ring and turning him into a stationary target, Verhoeven finished him with a TKO, reinforcing his reputation as a devastating finisher. Then came the rivalry that would define an era: Verhoeven versus Badr Hari. Hari was a notorious and controversial figure, feared for his brutality and infamous for humiliating opponents. He had beaten legends like Alistair Overeem and Peter Aerts, building an aura of invincibility. Their first meeting erupted into chaos. Both men attacked with ferocity, trading bombs that had the audience roaring. Hari's missiles rocked Rico early, but Verhoeven stood firm, responding with powerful combinations that began to break down his opponent's arsenal. Eventually, a devastating blow injured Hari's arm, forcing him to withdraw and giving Rico the victory. But the story was far from over. 3 years later, Hari returned, fueled by anger and vengeance. Their rematch became one of the greatest spectacles in kickboxing history. The fighters exchanged crushing blows, each strike returned like a boomerang. Hari appeared to seize control, pressing Rico and nearly finishing him, but fate intervened. In an explosive moment, Hari delivered a massive strike, only to collapse with a broken leg. Rico capitalized, ending the confrontation once again and cementing himself as the immovable king. Fans began calling him the Bone Crusher, a champion who ended opponents not only mentally but physically. From that point forward, Verhoeven dominated the division for years, clearing out challengers and building a reign unmatched in modern kickboxing. His discipline, professionalism, and relentless drive elevated the sport, inspiring countless young fighters who saw in him the perfect blend of technique and power. Every performance felt like a masterclass, and every victory reinforced his position atop the kickboxing food chain. Rico Verhoeven is more than a champion. He is a symbol of evolution, resilience, and excellence. His journey reflects the transformation of kickboxing itself, shaped through blood, sweat, and unforgettable battles. If you enjoyed this dramatic look into the career of the king of kickboxing, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Which